Hello from Samarkand train station. We're here today. We are departing and going to Bukhara. So when entering the train station, because you have to go through security check, so it's just like China that you have to, like pass your luggages and backpacks through a metal detector. We passed through a VIP section or VIP waiting room, and guys, it was so fancy. I've never seen a waiting room that fancy. I thought we end up somehow in a hotel or something. So I want to show you as well what I'm talking about. The VIP lounge, look at that. So fancy with this kind of, how do you even have to call this? But it's super fancy. Like a bit of a grandma style. Beautiful carpet, and yeah, it's rather fancy with paintings on the wall and all. So this was the VIP section, VIP waiting room section of the Samarkand train station. It was so interesting. I think I've never saw anything like that fancy. A little bit Soviet fancy, I would say. It was kind of going like back in time, like in the old Soviet time where that was considered as a luxury. So it's interesting. Okay, so we boarded on the train. It's quite empty, and this is the business class. I don't see a lot of difference compared to the economy class that we had from Tashkent to Samarkand, but maybe the seats are just wider. Hello from Bukhara, and for my accommodation we arrived in this caravan sarai, which is amazing. And for those who don't know, caravan sarai were these places where this kind of accommodation for the travelers during the Silk Road time, and so people were coming here to rest, to, let's say, be safe from the bandits and all. So the structure is made with this huge courtyard with a pond in the middle, and this was made for the camels and animals that were brought along with the travelers. And here were a melting pot of cultures. Travelers from all over the world that were traveling through the Silk Road were coming here, and I think this is one of the best experience when you travel to Uzbekistan, to really experience what life was like during the Silk Road time. Just in the old Bukhara, it's very hot day. There are a lot of nice shops with a lot of artisans that are selling very nice and cool stuff. But again, I have the same problem of not having enough space in my backpack, and I already bought a few things in Samarkand. So we just entered into a small shop in Bukhara, which makes basically embroidered bags. I will show you now. This lady has been making these beautiful bags. She's making it by hand. So these are all the tools that she's using here. And she has been making this for over 50 years. Actually, she showed me proudly that three newspapers wrote about her story here. Washington, Austria, and Germany wrote about her craft and tradition. So if you guys are in Bukhara, come and check it out, this shop. I'm right now in Toki Sarofon, which literally means money dome. And it's, first of all, it's a part of the cultural heritage of Uzbekistan, is UNESCO World Heritage. And this was where all the money exchange happened, all the trade were happening during the time of the Silk Road. It's a beautiful place. I'll show you a little bit. It's completely renovated, obviously. And right now there are souvenir shops, basically. But definitely it feels like traveling back in time. And as you can see also from my background, everything is so beautifully renovated and very well kept. 200 days per year in Uzbekistan there is sun, so as you can imagine it's super hot. That's why they built this structure to keep it warm. And actually, if you really go there, you don't feel the heat that I'm feeling right now because it's almost 30 degrees. It's like very dry sun. If you guys are into carpets, this is the carpet museum. You can visit if you want. I'm not particularly fan of carpets, so I'm not gonna go there, but I've heard a lot of positive things about this. So if you guys are in Bukhara and you're passionate about carpets, that's definitely the right place for you. So guys, this place is basically in the middle of the old Bukhara, in full center. And it was discovered a couple of years ago. They discovered an old bathhouse and then some caravan sarai. As you can see, they're like, you can't actually go inside because they are, I assume, trying to renovate and discover more. But still so cool that they find these remainings of the old caravan sarai and bathhouse here in Bukhara. Another entrance to the market. But to be more precise, this is called Toki Telpak Furshon, I think that's pronounced correctly. I don't think that all of the stuff here are handmade, but usually when you see like artisans like this person, that's definitely a good sign. So always try to look for, you know, artisans that are actually working on the object that you then want to buy. At least you know that you're making, like, the money that you spend are actually going to the right people, so the locals, and they're supporting also the arts of these amazing artisans. So guys, this artisan was just making one of those plates that I'm gonna show you, and it's so beautiful to see the arts live. So you can see he's basically making it all by hand and making these beautiful decorations on the plate. A lot of colors and styles and also very complex designs. Again, I think this is one of the best places if you want to come and buy some local souvenirs. That's probably one of the best places where you can actually buy something authentic and support local businesses. Look at that, guys. It really feels like being in a different era. It's so beautiful and really wow. I think wow is the only word that I have for this beauty. This is the famous Ulugh Madrasah, and it's gorgeous. Wow, like look at the details on the dome there. Look at the details. So beautiful. So as you can see, this madrasah is not completed because this side is not completed, and then this side actually it is completed, and that's because the king died before completing these madrasahs, and this is one of the most unique madrasahs actually because it's a mix of culture. For example, in Islam, it's not common to represent object. So this is a vase, and it actually comes from China. It's a Chinese pattern. And then these beautiful colors and this kind of shape, geometrical shape that you see here, also it's not common from Uzbekistan, so it comes from actually Persian architecture. All of these colors were, of course, restored and has been renovated. So it's not original, but it's really beautiful, really renovated. So this is the Ulugh Madrasah, which is in front of the madrasa that I just showed you. And the reason being that there are usually two madrasas in front of each other is actually for competition. And so when someone builds a madrasa, the other person wants to build it in front of it just to make it more beautiful, more majestic. So it's just for a thing of competition. And when two madrasas are actually in front of each other, they're called khosh, which actually means eyebrows, because eyebrows are always together. They're two, they're always together, and that's how they call it technical term of the two madrasas, one in front of each other. And actually on the door there is something that is super interesting, which is something regarding the education for both male and female in Islam. It's a part of Quran, and I'm going to show you. As you can see here, I don't know if you can see, it says that both male and female need to be educated equally. So I know that a lot of people think that Islam actually, or Quran actually, it's saying that women cannot study, but that's actually not true. Unfortunately, just interpretation of some countries or some people that unfortunately are banning women, for example, to study, like in Afghanistan, Taliban in Afghanistan. So they are doing it wrong. You see the shape of these bazaars. So these are the closed bazaars. There are open bazaars and like open market, and then closed bazaars. And here in Bukhara, they are all like this, with these small domes, and that's because of the heat. So with this kind of structure, they keep the entrance and the inside very cool. So it's kind of bearable with this weather, because outside it's damn hot. So if it wasn't for this kind of structure, we would have been struggling, and all these people that are selling here would definitely be struggling with the heat. So this structure actually really keep it cool, and right now it's quite bearable, I would say, without any aircon. This is like natural aircon. So you see there are some small windows there, and then like the roof is really deep and wide, just to kind of keep the heat. So I bumped into one of his shop in the bazaar that is selling old pictures of the old Bukhara, and I think it's so interesting. These are all the pins from the Soviet Union. So guys, if you can see the inside market, the closed market, they have basically 4 entrances, and the reason being is because once all the streets were bringing into the same place, which is the market, so no matter where you had to go, if you were passing through Bukhara, you had to pass through the market. That's why there are 4 different entrances, because obviously it's for the 4 different directions that people were going to. So anyways, they were all meeting here in the market. Okay guys, so this is the famous Kalon Tower, and it's as beautiful as you can see here from the video. Even more beautiful in real life. So beautiful. And right next to the Kalon Tower, we can find the Miri Arab Madrasah, which is another stunning building and architecture, Islamic architecture. This huge square, and then in front of it you can find the Madrasah of Emir Khan, but as you can see it's under renovation, but it's another stunning piece. And here is another market, closed market. Okay, so we got our order. I got the cardamom coffee, sugar candy, which are made with basically boiling pure sugar until it becomes hard like this. Then we have, I think, it's like flour with pistachio oil, walnut, and vanilla. So these are typical sweets as well from Central Asia. Then we do have raisins with walnuts, dried raisins with walnuts. And then we have sesame confection, it's called. So it's basically honeyed sesame seeds with apricot kernels on top of it. Afternoon snack at a Silk Road tea house. This is a folklore dance, guys. So we just stopped at the bazaar, the local Bukhara bazaar, for a plov, of course. But I took out the meat because I have been eating too much meat these days and I really can't anymore. And this is like the typical salad that comes with it. So it's just tomatoes, cucumber, and some spring onion. And then this is like ayran. This place is really good. It's very local. It's called Islam plov. So if you guys are coming here in the bazaar, you can find it. And here is the pot where they're cooking plov. But now it's covered for hygiene reasons, but yeah, it's coming from here. So first the rice, then the veggies, and then the meat. This cut. You know, with all these mosques and with the majority of Uzbeks actually being Muslims, you would think that this is like this, the government is also kind of spreading the Islam among his citizenship, but it's not true. Actually, something that really surprised me is that until 2021, there was a ban on wearing hijabs for women in public spaces. And so right now this is lifted, so you would see obviously women wearing hijabs, but there are also some restrictions when it comes to beard for men, for Muslim men. For example, if they have a governmental jobs, policemen, they can't wear any religious sign, and that's because Uzbekistan said we are a secular state. We separate state and religion, so we don't want to kind of mix the two. There are still some restrictions in schools, for example, when it comes to hijabs. So I'm not sure exactly in details how that works, but I think in some school maybe it's not allowed still, or anyways there are some restrictions. For example, a full face cover like niqab or burqa or this kind of type of hijabs are absolutely banned in Uzbekistan, and you can't wear it. We stopped in this lovely cafe called Magic House. It's right in the heart of Old Bukhara, and it actually looks like also a carpet shop. They have a carpet shop next to it, so the place is full of carpets, so beautiful, and the coffee is really nice. Definitely recommend if you're coming to Bukhara. Look at night how beautiful the square is. It's so lively, full of people coming here to just hanging out with kids. And then you have this beautiful, like, this city is magical, and So far, it's my favorite of all.